Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we got a brand new Tesla Model 3 trim, a brand new price as low as $29,990 after all the different credits and savings. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's run that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested, and definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. And shout out to my latest Patreon member, Jim Jones. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan, but more on that later. So breaking big news, Tesla has probably introduced the most cost effective, the vehicle that makes the most sense for a lot of people. And I know 25% of you watching right now are in California. So this definitely makes the most sense for you if you're looking to jump into the latest and greatest Tesla Model 3 Highland and not a Model Y. But Tesla has introduced the Model 3 long range rear wheel drive in the US. Starting price $42,490 after the $7,500 federal tax credit. If you qualify, it now goes down to $34,990. And there's a pretty big funny thing with this, because now Tesla is able to drop and lower the price as advertised to under $30,000. I'll show you exactly how in just a second. But EPA range 363 miles. This is literally a baby Model S. And, I've been thinking like, maybe we get a Model 3 Performance. Maybe it makes the most sense because it also qualifies for the $7,500 federal tax rate and it is a great deal. But I cannot knock the value on how much value this is for a Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive. That makes actually even more sense for what we need as just a daily driver. And on top of that, 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. This vehicle is not a slouch at all. And so if you take a look at this right now on Tesla's website, because they can do this, because there is a $7,500 federal tax rate, and because they can include, I don't know if they can, but because they do include $7,500 in federal tax credit plus gas savings. Now they're saying a Model 3 starts at $29,990. So of course, there's a little bit to unpack there. If we take a look at the builds from it, if you toggle off this right here, this enables the 5-year gas savings of $5,000, which you could save $1,000 a year for 5 years at $5,000, but most likely, depending on where you're at, it's going to be a lot lower than that, especially if you're in California. It's definitely going to be about maybe $1,000 to $2,000 total in gas savings. Definitely not $5,000, especially if you don't have a home charger at your house for charging. But now there's 4 trims of the Tesla Model 3 that you can actually choose. Rear-wheel drive at $33,990 after the gas savings and $7,500. Then long range, which just looks funny like this, right, at $29,990. Long range all-wheel drive $34,990, and Model 3 Performance all-wheel drive at $42,490. But let's of course take a look at the MSRP prices before the $7,500, and you can see how they all stack together. And so if you qualify, of course, the $7,500 qualifies on the rear-wheel drive, the all-wheel drive, and of course the Performance all-wheel drive on top of that. So long-range all rear-wheel drive is definitely one of the better value ones that you can get right now, especially if you don't need all-wheel drive at all. I'm talking like California, Texas, maybe even parts of Florida, maybe other states that you won't need it at all. It could certainly make a lot of sense if you're looking to get into one. And even if you do go into the mountains or there's a little bit of snow, just don't go out, or just get some snow tires, or maybe even snow chains. Maybe that could help you out with those areas with that. But in terms of what battery this is, most likely Tesla is employing the same strategy that they're doing and the inventory side. If you notice, on some inventory vehicles, some vehicles qualify for the tax credit and some vehicles don't qualify for the tax credit. And so that could be what Tesla is doing doing here is they're shifting around some of the batteries, which is smart because that's what makes the vehicles qualify or not with 7,500. And that's what they're doing and putting in some that do and some that actually don't. If we were to stay in line with what Out of Spec Motors said about the Model 3s and the Model Ys, you want the version that can qualify for the tax credit. So most likely we want this long range rear-wheel drive because it has better charging performance, and of course better battery and everything like that. But in terms of the best value, I've got to say Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive is definitely going to be best, because taking a look at this, all-wheel drive has 341 miles of range, and if you switch to long range rear wheel drive, you can get up to 363 miles of range. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, because of course the best Tesla with the most range is going to be your Model S long range at all wheel drive at 402 miles of range. But of course, when you switch the 21-inch rims, it goes down to 380. So Model 3 long range rear wheel drive is literally a baby Tesla Model S, and fantastic. It is definitely one of the better deals. But you know us, I mean, if if they've just made this adjustment, they've just made this change, we could certainly see, I'm still going to be waiting for some inventory discounts and more promotions later on this quarter, and definitely in the fourth quarter. That is for sure is what I'll be taking a look at. But of course, a lot of people on the Twitter are posting about this and how it is a fantastic deal. Tesla North America also posted about it. And I mean, you can't deny, like 363 miles of range, that's more than enough range that you could ever ask for, in my opinion, especially if you've got a home charger or if you've got some sort of level 2, or even if you have to supercharge, there's still a lot of decent usable range that you cannot complain at all with that. But certainly, definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We're going to sit on the sideline, wait for some more inventory discounts or more promotions. If you are not aware of what's going on right now, if you buy any Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, this is the only promotion that's happening right now, that you can get 3 months of full self-driving. 3 months of free supercharging added onto it if you take delivery by August 15th. That's what the deal is at the moment. I think, yes, Tesla took away the APR rate, so it's 6.29%. That's the lowest payment or lowest APR through Tesla financing. I think the rear-wheel drive had they took it away on that as well. So really across the board, there's no APR rate for Tesla Model 3 or Model Y. I do think they're going to be bringing that back in the next end of quarter. But if you're looking for the lowest monthly payment for your Tesla, that's where channel sponsors like Tenet come into play. Tenet is a approved Tesla financing partner and can get you the lowest monthly payment for financing your Tesla. They can do this by deferring a portion of the loan. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And if you want to see what their offer is or no obligation check for their payments, you can definitely hit the link down below in the description. Hit the apply button in the top right for a soft inquiry credit check to see what the offer is, could be on a brand new Tesla or other EVs. So definitely check out Tenet down below in the description. And thank you to Tenet for sponsoring this video and a bunch of other videos this month. But still, definitely very interesting stuff that Tesla has debuted this. Will we see more configurations like this? Maybe are we going to see more trims on like the Model Y side? Maybe a long range rear-wheel drive. I mean, that would make a lot of sense, right? A Model Y that can go even more. I would say like they should just have this be an option on every single trim. Do you want a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive? I mean, maybe not the performance, because it just doesn't make sense. You need all the performance that you can get with the performance. You want all-wheel drive across the board. But still, this is a very, very, very irresistible deal at the moment on a Model 3 rear-wheel drive. So let us know, are you ordering a Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive, or would you rather have all-wheel drive? Of course, depending on where you're at, but the prices that are listed here, you can't deny what type of value this actually is. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Before we get into our next topic, I've been trying to save money lately, and that's why we talk about this channel, trying to get the best deal on a Tesla. And I've been looking at our subscriptions like YouTube Premium, Netflix, trying to figure out how I could save some money every single month. And cutting expenses, it's kind of hard. We've been trying to rack our brain together and figure out how. That's why I'm so intrigued with our channel partner, Mint Mobile. They offer premium wireless starting at $15 a month. And I can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network, and I can even bring my own phone along with my current number and existing contracts. I'm sacrificing nothing. I've used Mint Mobile a ton, and I switched my second line to Mint Mobile, and I've been using it to watch YouTube and play podcasts on our daily commute and haven't noticed any drop in speed. And I can't tell the difference. So how hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's actually hard, but it's not at all. Switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. So if you want to save little money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked down below in the description, to get premium wireless for just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint for partnering, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that. Blueberry, thanks for coming in. Matthew, thank you for coming in. Zer, thank you for coming in. Larry, thanks for coming in. And thanks for the super chat. Illinois, thank you for dropping by. Jonathan, I just ordered the Model 3 Performance. Now I'm wondering if I want to switch to this long range. Great question. I guess that's just an easy one. Go big or go home, right? Do you want the latest, fastest Model 3 Performance, or do you want to be more reasonable and see what type of payments you can get on this? Of course, being about almost what? I mean, I guess not necessarily almost a $10,000 difference between the two. I mean, now we're going to have to see which one makes the most sense for this. But I mean, I get your dilemma for sure, Jonathan. Jennifer, thanks for dropping in from Chicago. Adam, I love the new choice. Yeah, 100%. It makes a ton of sense for Adam. I wonder what speakers this new trim comes with. Does anybody know? Great question. I imagine we will start to find out. But if it's a long range, that seems to be their mid-tier. I don't think it's going to have cheap equipment like how the rear-wheel drives usually do. Jose, bad for me. I just got the standard rear-wheel drive this Monday. I mean, I guess then it's, don't worry about it. You can always get it on the next one for sure. Red Torso, thanks for coming in. What's the lease price? Great question. It seems like leasing is not available yet for it. But if we take a look at how this is spread currently, we've got $299 for the rear-wheel drive and $449 for the long-range all-wheel drive. I could easily see the long-range rear-wheel drive being like a $399 payment. That's what would make the most sense, but at least we don't know until Tesla releases, because it's too new. And the funny thing with this is because when Tesla just creates a brand new trim like this, they need to work with their banking partners to figure out what's going to be the least residuals for this to roll out payments and other things like that. King, I hope one day the Model X comes down to earth in terms of prices to buy. Yeah, Model X is definitely going to be coming it down for sure, because it's stale. At this point, it definitely is stale inventory and stale models. Features. Lynn, damn, why do all these crazy deals and models come out after I've already taken delivery? Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing with Teslas. It's going to constantly keep changing and changing and changing, and you never really can predict what is going to be happening. Chris, what if front-wheel drive was offered for these idiots in the world? That's a good question, actually, but they probably don't want to do that because of probably driving dynamics. Rear-wheel drive probably makes the most sense. Tech, they also dropped the white seats from $2,000 to $1,000. Ooh, good catch there. I did not even notice that. I mean, on the Model 3, it's essentially free, but I guess it was it $2,000 and now it's $1,000? Okay, that's a slick deal for sure, because we definitely want white interior. We've never had a white interior vehicle, and it would be very nice to get a Tesla with it. Maybe on this next Model 3 that we get. I'm still having hesitations on do we get out of the Model X, sell it, and get into a Model 3 Performance, because I feel like I'm going to 100% miss the air suspension. I mean, I know I am. That is for sure. And this next topic, Quicksilver is now available on all Model Y trims. Previously, there was one Model Y trim that was not on, and so now it's on all of them. Let's take a look at it. But if you're just running in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Sorry for posting this. As of today, Quicksilver is now available on all Model Y trims in the US. Previously, it was only available on the Model Y long range all-wheel drive and Performance. I mean, interesting move here that is for sure. The one thing though is like if you're getting the rear wheel drive and then you're paying $2,000 for a color, I would say the better move is to just step up and get a long range all-wheel drive because it would just make the most sense and be more value and more resale value. But no, I certainly get it. If you don't need it, I would say don't spend the extra money for the red or even the Quicksilver. It's kind of just seems like a waste of money at that point. But maybe there's a different move here for that. And maybe it just makes more sense because the rear-wheel drive does give you more range than the all-wheel drive, and definitely it's not going to be a standard range, which would definitely not make any sense at all. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into the next topic, but before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is the Patreon link where you support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. And as an added benefit, I do respond to all DMs in the Patreon app, and you can schedule a phone call with me where we can go over your exact buying situation on how to get the best deal on a Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. Butler, sell the X? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we could. I'm definitely tempted to because Model 3 Performance, I've now sat in one. I've been to a delivery appointment. I've test driven Unplugged performances around the parking lot. And then I went to my own test drive at Tesla Thousand Oaks. Shout out to Damien. And drove it around for 20 minutes. And it's a fantastic vehicle. That is for sure. V-Lock, rear-wheel drive with snow. I don't know about all-wheel drive is what I'm after. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, all-wheel drive with snow tires is 100% going to be your best bet for that. I wouldn't, if you live in an area where it snows a lot in the winter time, then yeah, just go all-wheel drive all the way. Don't even sacrifice and don't even go down to the other ones because it just doesn't make sense. In this next topic, just a quick PSA, how to enable Tesla Sentry mode video notifications and when they are sent. This is a new feature if you're new to Tesla that when you have Sentry mode, you can get an alert like this on the left side, but now they just added a new feature where it will send you a preview of the video or a picture of it. And I actually didn't know this, and so let's take a look at it if you are looking to add it to your mobile phone. Shout out to Not a Tesla app for posting this. How to enable them and when they are actually sent. You actually have to go into your vehicle first and make sure Sentry mode and dash cams are enabled. And then the other thing is you have to be subscribed to Tesla Premium Connectivity. That's of course like $10 a month or $100 a year. You have to have a USB drive inserted into the glove box. And then 2020 Teslas later are equipped with a pre-format flash drive that you can support Sentry mode recordings. After that, you have to make sure your Sentry mode notifications are currently limited to iPhone and iPad, but there'll likely be Android support in the future. And then after that, you make sure it's turned on in the app, and then you can get all the different previews from that. So really cool to see that it is actually rolling out. It's only available in North America, Australia, and parts of Asia, but it's really cool because I do not have this enabled just yet. And so certainly this is a good walk around and a good PSA that adds more security to your Tesla and your iPhone, Apple devices if you're looking to do that. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Do you prefer the Model 3 over the Model Y? That's a great question. And so we've had all of them now. We've had the Model 3, the Model Y, S, X, and of course now the Cybertruck, as you might have seen on the channel with the different ownership playlists. And actually we've made a playlist for each and every vehicle and where we went through all the different experiences with that through all the different Model Y, Model 3 ownership, and of course Cybertruck as well throughout all the different experiences like tinting them, ceramic coating, and all the other stuff. I personally like the Model Y over the Model 3. It's just more comfortable at this point, but the new Model 3 is a different ballgame because the first Model 3 I got, which was the first Tesla we had, was like a 2019 Tesla Model 3. And so certainly it's very old tech at this point. The question, would I go for a Model Y or a new Model 3? I guess it's whatever the best deal is. Like 2 months ago, 100% no brainer. But now that both of them are kind of equal, Model 3 wins, I think, in between choosing both of them. A person, thanks for coming in. Does the long-range rear-wheel drive have premium interior? I think it does, but no confirmation just yet. Derek, Cybertruck is the best. Yeah, 100%. King, is the Model X trunk good enough for the family of 5? Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I mean, you could fit maybe like 4 check-in luggages and 2 carry-ons for that, but it's definitely enough size. And I would say maybe go to your local Tesla store and see if you can do an overnight test drive, because they do allow that for at least the Model 3, and I think they would allow that for the Model X if you can prove that you're a real buyer and ready to go to actually purchase it. I wouldn't imagine they would give you any sort of kickback, because Model S and Model X sales have dropped a ton. They've dropped a ton down to like a 30% quarter over quarter, and so it definitely needs a lot of help. So I'm pretty sure they'll be very, very inclined to try and get you into a Model S or Model X to sell you one. That is for sure. That's I would say they are very, very motivated to do that, because Cybertruck has really aided in a lot of their sales, and certainly is doesn't make a lot of sense there for them. But if you're just joining in, welcome. Tesla has introduced a brand new Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive that is definitely a 100% the best value, best deal across the board, unless you need all-wheel drive for an inclement weather situation. But starting price is $42,490 after the $7,500 federal tax rate. That brings it down to $34,990. And after gas savings, as Tesla calculated, you can see the price is all the way under $30,000, down to $29,990. So a crazy deal across the board, 100%. In this next topic, rumors are circling that the Robotaxi event, the one that was supposed to happen on August 8th, has been postponed by 2 months. Let's take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Des. I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, so definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Shout out to Tesla North, and Bloomberg actually is the first one that reported this, that now reporting that Tesla is delaying their Robotaxi event that was supposed to happen a month from now on August 8th by 2 months, delayed to October, in hopes of having more prototypes before the event. Of course, now this isn't confirmed by Tesla or Elon, so we'll have to wait until it's official, and Elon has not responded at all. This has sent Tesla stock in a downward spiral, but really a lot of different stocks have gone in a downward spiral today. And so certainly we'll wait and see if it's actually going to get pushed out, or if it's going to be in a month or now, but no confirmation at all. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. I know a lot of you might be Tesla shareholders that might be interested and to see what is happening, but still relatively very interesting. Mercat, thanks for coming in. $34,990 is insane. So good. Yeah, this has got me thinking big time. Like, this actually is a deal between, like, because now it's a pretty big decision. Like, a long-range rear-wheel drive is what? $34,990. A Model 3 Performance is going to be $47,490. So over what? $13,000 difference? Like, is a Performance worth $13,000 more than a long-range rear-wheel drive? I don't know. What do you think? Is it worth it? MC, thanks for coming in. So you're not sure if you addressed this question, but do you expect a price drop on the long-range all-wheel drive soon? I don't think so. I mean, maybe, yeah. Now that I take a look at this, it's a $5,000 difference between the long-range rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive. So maybe there could be a price drop there. I expect probably inventory discounts for sure. Do you think, Chris, thanks for coming in, do you think the Tesla Model 3 Performance will drop price in terms of use in the next 6 months? If so, by how much? The new one? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to drop in price. Maybe $2,000, because they increased it $2,000 in the past few months. Sir Blocks, wouldn't there just be no reason to buy the rear-wheel drive over the long-range rear-wheel drive, since it doesn't qualify over the tax credit? Yeah, 100%. This needs to go down by a ton, unless, I mean, there is a big subset of buyers, Tesla buyers out there that don't qualify for the $7,500 federal tax rate. So if those people would probably buy whichever one for sure. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Don't forget to jump in and check out the Jawa giveaway, where we're giving away a phone mount, MagSafe charging phone mount for your Tesla vehicle. Hit the pin link at the top of the live chat so you can jump in. It's free to enter. Multiple entries are allowed, and it actually ends tomorrow, where we're going to pick the winner of the giveaway live on stream. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.